My dear students, good morning. This is Deepak and today I shall be taking up the chapter The Hack Driver that is written by Sinclair Lewis. In the online classes, I have already completed the chapter and explained all the details, explained and gave a detailed information about this chapter. Today, I shall be discussing with you question and answers of this chapter. So I request all of you to listen to this audio content carefully. Let's start. When the lawyer reached New Million, did Bill know that he was looking for Lutkins? When do you think Bill came up with his plan for fooling the lawyer? When the lawyer reached New Million, Bill did not know that he was looking for Lutkins. As the lawyer got down at New Million, he found it to be a very messy place. But the presence of the delivery man was the only pleasant sight there. He was a man of 40, red-faced, cheerful, and very friendly. When the lawyer inquired about Lutkins, he immediately came up with his plan of fooling the lawyer because he, that is Bill, knew that he himself was Lutkins, and the best way to escape from the lawyer was to be with him for the whole time. Lutkins openly takes the lawyer all over the village. How is it that no one lets out the secret? Can you find other such subtle ways in which Lutkins manipulates the tour? Lutkins openly takes the lawyer all over the village to find Oliver Lutkins as he hides his real identity from the lawyer. He knew that the lawyer had come there to serve summons on him because he had not responded to many letters of the court. No one lets out the secret for the whole day, as Lutkins was an oversmart, clever, and frivolous person. First of all, he tells the lawyer to keep out of sight when they go to Frid's to find Lutkins so that nobody could notice him. Secondly, Bill did not let the lawyer get down from the hack and ask about Lutkins from anyone. Bill himself asked everyone about Lutkins. It seemed that everybody in the village knew about the mischief of Lutkins. Moreover, he tells the lawyer that Lutkins is very smart and never returns anybody's money back, and if he tries to collect in those fancy clothes, he will be suspicious and get away from him. When he meets his mother, Bill and introduces himself by saying, "Remember me, I am Bill Magnuson, the carter and the hackman." It gives a hint to his mother not to recognize him. In this way, the oversmartness of Bill and the innocence of the lawyer did not let the secret that Bill was Lutkins out. Why do you think Lutkins' neighbors were anxious to meet the lawyer? The lawyer spent nearly his whole day with Bill at New Million to find Oliver Lutkins, as he had to serve summons on him in a case as a witness. Lutkins, in the guise of Bill, was with him the whole day. He took the lawyer to all the places wherever Lutkins hung out. At Frid's, Gustav's barber shop, Gray's barber shop, and even his mother, almost everybody in the village had seen the lawyer and laughed at him for his simplicity and innocence and how he was being befooled by Lutkins himself. Only the neighbors of Lutkins had not seen the lawyer, so they were anxious to meet him. Next day, when the lawyer is sent again to serve the summons on Lutkins along with a man who had seen Lutkins, the lawyer meets Lutkins' mother at the station only. She laughs at him and tells him to go to their neighbors to have coffee, as they were very anxious to meet him. After his first day's experience with the hack driver, the lawyer thinks of returning to New Million to practice law. Do you think he would have reconsidered this idea after his second visit? On the first day, the hack driver spends almost the whole day with the lawyer to find Lutkins, as the lawyer had to serve summons on him. The lawyer feels highly obliged and thankful to the hack driver for his kind consideration and concern for even strangers. The hack driver arranges lunch for him, accompanies him everywhere. The lawyer was too touched and obliged by the behavior of Bill. He became fond of his simplicity and humanity. He imagined an honest and happy life beyond the strict limits of universities and law firms. He decided to come to New Million and start a new beautiful life. He must have considered his idea of settling down at New Million after realizing the fact of being deceived by Lutkins under his nose. He could not foresee the malignant and mischievous intentions. He could not foresee the malignant and mischievous intentions of Bill under the cover of simplicity and innocence. Do you think the lawyer was gullible? How can he have avoided being taken for a ride? Gullible means someone easily deceived. We can say that the lawyer was gullible. Lutkins, under the facet of Bill's, befooled him, deceived him the whole day. He was with him but he never let disclose his real identity to the lawyer. But the lawyer could have avoided it. He could refuse him his offer of ride across the village. He could have taken another hack or cart. Moreover, he could not got down from the cart himself. Moreover, he could not got down from the cart himself and ask about Lutkins from somebody himself. Definitely, he would have found Lutkins, but he was totally dependent on the hack driver who befooled him. In life, people who easily trust others are sometimes made to look foolish. One should not be too trusting. Describe how Oliver Lutkins made a fool of the young lawyer. In the story, Oliver Lutkins made a fool of the young lawyer. When the lawyer reached New Million, Lutkins came up with his plan to fool the lawyer when the lawyer told him that he was looking for Oliver Lutkins. Lutkins openly takes the lawyer all over the village. When the lawyer said he needed to catch the afternoon train back, he realized that he would need to keep him occupied till he left. He also had to ensure that the lawyer did not speak or question anyone else about him or he would be caught. He therefore told the lawyer that Lutkins never paid anybody a cent, and so if he tried to collect money from him in his fancy clothes, he would be suspicious and get away. Instead, he would go into Fritz and ask for Lutkins, and the lawyer was kept out of sight behind him. In this way, Lutkins was always the first to enter a place and prevented the lawyer from directly meeting and speaking to the people. He would then most probably take the people into his confidence so that no one let out the secret of his true identity. At last, Bill concerned a friend of Lutkins and made him admit that he had gone out to his mother's farm. He then convinced the lawyer that Lutkins' mother was a terror, and so it was best that he dealt with her himself. He introduced himself and the lawyer to her and told her the reason for their visit. This introduction was enough for her to get an idea about what was happening, and so she too put on an act and did not let out the secret but managed to make a fool of the young lawyer. My dear students, there are lots of questions that can be generated from the chapter. Please find out, and if you have any problem to understand this chapter, you are free to contact me. Thank you very much.